Hi, my name is Darlene Ruiz, and this business started really with my dad kind of doing it as a hobby. He's always loved farming, and even though he had a full-time job, he started with just a few of the nopales, the edible cactus, and people would come by and just buy a little bit at a time. The demand started to grow, and so he just kind of kept planting more and more until it reached a point where we could plant an acre, and then we leased additional farmland, which is what you see here, and every year he's expanding by about 1.5 acres or 2.
Casi a la mayoría de las personas les gusta este tamaño porque los que pelan nopal les gusta que esté grandecito para que le rinda.
The great thing about growing cactus is that it's a drought-tolerant plant, right? So nopales don't require too much water. We irrigate about bi-weekly, every like 10 to 15 days.
One of the reasons the plant is so water efficient is that it has a very special type of photosynthesis. So the nopal is a very water use efficient plant, one of the most water use efficient plants actually. And in terms of its productivity per use of water, right? It's a green vegetable that can be grown in areas where there's very little water. And so that's one of its bountiful, one of the, its benefits really. The plants are very productive and again, very water use efficient.
Cactus is seasonal, primarily grows during the warm seasons. So here in California, our warmer climate starts maybe around April and goes through about September. And within that time frame, we kind of have it grow in cycles. It's primarily consumed by Hispanics, but as more people tend to find out about our product, they want to try it. So we do give samples to people, kind of explain how they can cook it. We don't use any synthetic fertilizers, or we try to use soil amendments that are organic. I would definitely say that if you haven't ever tried nopales, I would recommend it. It's got kind of like a lemony taste. Others will eat it in a salad, so you can dice it up and mix it with like cilantro, onion, tomato, and one of people's favorites is with scrambled eggs. You can also mix it with meat. So there are some people who make it with pork. There's a lot of recipes you can find out there. Here in the Central Valley, it gets really hot, easily over 100 degrees. So for us, refrigeration is key in order to maintain our product fresh, because once you've cut it, once you've cleaned it, it doesn't last very long. You have very quick turnaround. So one of the things that we plan to do soon is open up a farm stand, and the refrigeration at the farm stand will help us keep our produce fresh longer and attract more of those local customers that, through word of mouth find out of our produce.